What it do, good people come to you live for Taz TV. I ain't gonna hold you long. It's like I'm lying. I'm gonna hold you just for a few minutes. I got Fastback on the line. Speak to the people, Fast.
Man, blessed morning, man. Grand risings, everyone, man.
First of all, I'm like to say this. Yesterday, last night on the show, you dropped the mic. You was dropping some jewels last night. I ain't even finished all the comments, looking at all the comments today, but the few that I did see, I said, oh yeah. They like, who that speaking? Who that? Man, he's speaking the truth. He's speaking, and it's from different people. This ain't, and these ain't people that know you, that just, you know what I'm saying, just gonna agree with you saying. Like, you was on point last night. You was definitely on point. Now, people, if y'all want to hear it, y'all go subscribe to the channel. Y'all can hear y'all can hear the whole show. It was good. The last two shows we did. However, this is a little continuation from the conversation, but it's not quite the conversation, right? Yeah, I mean, like we spoke briefly before we jumped on the Zoom. You like to tell the people what we was talking about?
Man, just basically, you know, coaches that validated a lot of like our players back in the day, man, and just the direction that we're going now to back then. Was talking to Taz about just touching bases on, you know, the quality of basketball itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back when I'm gonna say I only can go 90s on in. Just think back when we had the Easter tournaments and the BNBLs, you know, the Craig Cromwells, the Midnight Madness. That was the mecca of our basketball, you know. And I was joking with Taz. I mean, many might not agree, but let's just think about them tournaments when you walk in the gym, you know, you got the board of who play who, what bracket is what, you know, and you lining it up like, yo, we beat this team, we this way we want to get to play them. And it was quality basketball at its finest. And I was telling Taz, it was like the TBT tournament, man. You know, back then it was like, man, it was a must see. The gyms was packed. Lake Clifton, both sides of the gyms was packed. It was we get up there as early as 8, 9 o'clock, and you wasn't leaving until 6 o'clock. You was all up there all day. You know what I mean? Just to watch quality basketball at its finest. And you know, it was something to look forward to, man. And not today's, but you know, we missing that. I mean, outside of kudos to Will Barton and Team Thrill and the staff there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to Team Mello / MD23, my guys, Malcolm Delaney. Kudos to him and Mello for, you know, what they're doing, you know, and their staff, Coach Fitz and all them. But, you know, back then, man, it was Bentlow, what is Johnny Howard, Rico, and them over west. Then over east, you had the Cecils, the Madisons, and Olivers. That was the quality. That was the mecca of the east. Like it was a lot of like areas you could play in. Now it's just like two, man. So we limiting ourselves to, you know, just seeing a little bit of basketball that we basically can see.
Now let me ask you again. And let me ask you again. I'm gonna say, who's to blame for this? Or is it anyone to blame?
I mean, I think everybody plays a part in it. I mean, just from, again, like I told you, our city itself. I mean, closing numerous rec centers to not be able to be used in a component of having kids come in and work out and have them teams available, limit us to just what we see today. That's just on a behalf of I say the city.
Mhm.
Then I say, you know, parents, as parents, you know, and I'm a victim of it as well. You know, things are so much different now that we try to have our kids in a safer environment, which when I say that, it's like we give them things of the game systems and you know, just try to keep them so occupied that, you know, we keep them in a safe haven instead of them letting them go outside and be kids. But you know, that just comes from the uncertainty of, you know, just the environment itself and, you know, what we going through in our city. So, you know, that's another entity of it. And just coaches, man. You know, I'm a firm believer, man. I want my kids and just even my son, man. He's 6 years old. I want him to learn, man. I mean, again, I want to feel when I go in the gym, I don't want to feel like he left or I'm leaving with nothing, especially when you're investing in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give you case in point, man. You know, my son, he's starting. I'm just trying to see if he really love the game or he's just giving him the game. You know, kudos to Damon Jennifer. That's my guy. But, you know, and Coach Dante Bright, you know, bro, when I say when I took them to workouts,
Yeah.
bro, I had to really separate myself because I was like, damn, like outside of them being people I trust and I know they know the game and they've been there, I had to like, damn, yo, he only 6 years old, man. Like they was hard as shit on him. Like,
But
but I stopped myself because I
yeah,
always say life's gonna be hard on him anyway. So it wasn't me being like, damn, you know, these damn, yo, it was me like,
no, I understand what you're saying.
yo,
You
it
realize
was
as a
swallowing my
parent, like you said, you know what? Let me step back. Let me step back
right,
a little bit because for real, this is where I'm from. I'm from
right,
this type of culture.
right. And the worst thing for I'm gonna say me because I can't speak for everybody else is we give our kids the worst saying is we're gonna give our kids more than what we had or we don't want them to grow up like we grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but sometimes you need to see the foundation sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like that shit mean everything because they giving him real. Like my son 6, it's either gonna make him or break him. And you know, even shout out to Coach Kellen Wallace, Dunbar poet, you know, baseball player. My son with him now, bro.
Mhm.
He getting this too. Like, you know, bro, it's reality. And when I get in the car, my son say 2 things to me, and I was like, damn. The other day, he just like, Daddy, you know, I'm gonna do better. I got it. You know, I was a little tired, but I'm not gonna quit. And he always say he want to be great like his big cousin who played, you know, college football. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying you want to be great like him. He not, but that's what he see greatness as because him coming up, he's seen what he went through and the struggles. But like I always tell people, man, it's as a coach or as a parent, it's easier to when you're a coach, discipline and give another kid that that guideline, that push. But when it's your own, you got to really sit back and evaluate yourself
Mm-hmm.
because the tables when it turn, bro, you got to be ready for that mental and let your pride go. But shout outs to I mean them 3 coaches that I named, like I said, Coach Kellen Wallace baseball, Coach Dante Bright basketball, and Coach Damon Jennifer, man, because they doing a phenomenal job. Not only with my son.
Now, so we're gonna get back to them. We're gonna get back to them. Now, let me say this. This like you said, everybody plays a part. Everybody plays a part, right? And it's the time. I don't disagree. I don't just jump full into like there's a time so you gotta agree with everything with the time. But listen, we've been spoiled with legendary coaches, right? I'm gonna say a few names. Well, it was more than a few names, but I'm gonna say some names that it was more about teaching. You know what I'm saying? Either it was more about teaching the game, and it was teaching you life lessons also, right? Our society's so fast. And I'm looking at it on both sides. It's hard to get connected to a kid, right? Everybody, you can't get that connected to a kid. You got a big program. I mean, you moving, right? You got to move. However, just like you spoke on earlier, you was like, man, it was more than two teams running the thing. We had a team over there, rec over here, but it was more so neighborhoods, right? You spoke on them taking down the basketball goals during COVID. All right, I ain't understand. I understood it, but I was like, all right, when it was time to put it back on, put the goals back on, it seemed like it took them a while, right? However, I was thinking to myself, I said, all right, even before COVID hit, was our kids really out there playing? So last night after the conversation, I had somebody contact me. They said, Chance, I just feel like he said, I ain't gonna say it's all him. No, this is his opinion. He was like that the people don't recruit here as far as kids wise because they don't care about the game as much. Now over there in PG County, they really care. Like they really got things in place. Now, this one thing I know, and I ain't not gonna say it, but I know his programs working for that. Like to have a program where you get out of school, somebody there to tutors. They working on that. It's already in motion, but it's not here yet. It's not here. They already rock and rolling over there in PG County. That's what I heard. I still got to check up on it, but what I did see from my own eyes, it was a 7 and under game, Fats. A 7 and under game, and I can tell you this. It was packed like a midnight madness game. A 7 and under, it blew my mind too. They said they put more money into their programs over there for that, and I'm like, yeah, but you know what? Yeah, our parents ain't come to the games like that. You know what I'm saying? So
let me say this, not to touch you. Listen to this. You say how old were they?
Like 7 and under. I want to say
7 and under. Let's say 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
You saying the next 10 years they're generational wealth because they already grooming the 6 to 10 year period of them being structured and having a platform.
Yeah.
That's real. Like I'm gonna tell you, case in point, Bowie really made me understand baseball was real. They have a 6U baseball program. They just played for the World Series last weekend. My son played baseball and they had an 8-week period and they was over in April. Mind you, this team had over 30 games, bro. That's the platform. And they had a World Series for the 6U baseball. Where do we lose? We already lost because now we don't have nothing to look forward to outside of what you say, things that's 15, then it's 15, 16, 17. Then you got to start all over when you can just already have it established to let people see we're visual learners. So if you see it's already intact and it's something that's going well, that we can invest in, we're going to invest in it. It's real shit.
Now let me ask you a question, and I don't want to put you on the spot like that though. The first thing, if you had a wish that it come true, the first thing you'll want for the kids, because I kind of look at, and I don't like to be hopeless, and I'm a product of Baltimore City Public School and everything, but it's hard for me to have hope in this thing turning around, because I know it's not just the coaches, it's not just the players, it's the whole system that got to be revamped. And it's also like, no, I'm gonna leave that alone. But yes, So tell me what you go ahead, what you were saying?
I said, no, touch on it. I mean, we gotta get it out there. That's the only way we can make it better.
Yeah. Far as like people in charge, a lot of people in charge, there's a lot of gatekeeping still going on. There's a lot of gatekeeping going on. And I see other people being in a position to become gatekeepers, right? If we really, if we really, if it's really for the kids, if it's really for the kids, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though that motherfuckers have to work together. We have to work together in some type of, not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But we for the that Melo and Frill game was great. Now I would like to see a whole tournament that next year. And what I mean by that, not just those two teams. I like to see every team in the city participate. The play against those guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just I think they should want that too, just to let everybody know, like if we big dogs, we're gonna stomp y'all. Boom. Give it, but it's more give people more of an option. You know what I'm saying? Give kids more of an option because everybody can't play with Team Fair or Team Mellow, right? However, I feel as though that people don't want everybody in those type of environments. You got different coaches. People like, oh, you gonna try to steal my kid, this, that, and the third. So what? You steal kids too. It's in the game, right? Now, people talk about Coach Tree. And you may not like or agree with how he run things, right? And I'm not saying he's the best because I don't know everybody's program. But what I do know what I see with his. I know him as a person. I know what he stands for as a man. Man, when y'all see his DVD, his DVD is more for real. It's more like a recruiting tool. I say it all the time. I'm talking about you want your kid to get better. You want your kid to go to school. You want your kid to learn life goals and morals and things of that nature. You will really give Tree a look. You would. But I don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear that. And it's not a knock on no parents. It ain't no knock on anyone. But that's not like the popular name.
Well, just following up with that, and I'm gonna get into it without getting all the way into it. Mm-hmm. That's one man, one coach. Again, like I said last night, that I learned a lot from. I learned a lot from the goods to the. Well, I'm gonna say from the greats to the goods to the bad. I'm gonna say that. Mm-hmm. One thing I will say about Coach Tree, I mean, he's a great person, great disciplinarian. He's gonna hold you accountable. He's gonna push you to the limits that you don't even know you can go to, but he's gonna get you there. Right. So that's big kudos to Coach Tree. You know what I'm saying? My brother was, I ain't gonna never say my brother was a nobody, but he understood my brother and put him in a situation that was, great for him. You know what I'm saying? So, and just his teams, man, I mean, he do a phenomenal job because one of the things that we talk about most is he give them a reason. He gives them the why you should want to succeed. And then when they get their task and they see it, it's like we can do this. So they're gonna play hard for him. I mean, that's why he probably one of the most winningest coaches at this era and probably in the state of Maryland, because he takes them kids that really don't know nobody. When I remember, case in point, never say the kid name. We had a kid who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. He got arrested. He was on a box. People thought Coach Tree was crazy because he took this kid and told him, people, look, he gonna come to school. He gonna be at basketball. Once he leave basketball, I'm gonna make sure his ass at home. And he did that for the whole duration this kid was on a box. So kudos to him. He definitely anybody else probably wouldn't even dealt with the kid, or would have been like, nah, I ain't put my name out there. So I do say there's a lot of things that he do that, I mean, I only was under him for the period of time that, I can't really speak for other coaches because I don't know, but other coaches probably done it. But just for him, like he was real with it. People know when he comes through them hallways, none of his basketball players better not be in there. Or it's them bricks, you know what I'm saying? It was real, you know what I'm saying? So it was, so, kudos to, like I said, if he ever decide to retire or part ways from Lake Clifton, I think it's gonna be a sad day, son. You know what I'm saying? But I also do feel like you put Coach Tree in an environment of a Oak Hill, IMG,
It's
and he
over.
get the kids that he with the educational background and support, from a high standard. I mean, not saying again Baltimore City is that bad, because it's but you give him a high standard with that, man. I mean, I think he would definitely blow the doors off a lot of things, man.
Now listen, I don't want to give too much of the DVD if because people ain't see it yet, right? But he had three or four valedictorians on his team. Three, matter of fact, I want to say four. I want to say four of them. You know what I'm saying? And you don't hear that. You don't hear that too much. So you talking about a player that probably had a 4.0 or 4.1 type of GPA average in high school on his team. You get what I'm saying? That's love. But let me give you a list. Let me give you a list, because sometimes people really think that we just tooting our horn or something like this, right? Let me give you a list of coaches that. And I hope I don't matter of fact, I know I'm gonna forget something. Forget somebody. And I don't want to go back. I'm not going all the way back to Coach Wade. I'm not doing that, y'all. I'm not doing that. But we're gonna start with Coach Corbin, Coach Buddy Lee. We even talk about Coach Pierre. They're like, who's Pierre? Pierre. He was light skinned. I used to always say with Mike and Damon and them.
St. Edwards, wasn't
it? St. Edwards, yeah. You had Coach Wise. You had Coach Anthony Duty Squirrel. That's my coach. You got Coach Tree. You had Coach Gary from down Oliver. And then he coached up St. Francis too. The guy coached up at St. Francis also?
Yeah, yep.
You had Marvin. Marvin used to be with Mark all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You had Coach Dennis from College Square.
Yep.
You had Coach Nard from College Square, and didn't Nard go down Oliver too?
Yep.
You had Coach Baseline. You had and Mike Daniels. Let me tell y'all a quick story about Coach Mike Daniels. This is when he was at BNBL. I mean, this was Bitlow, right? And then you had I said Coach Herman, I always said Coach Herman Reed. I mean, Coach Herman, not Coach Herman Reed, Coach Herman from Bitlow. But let me tell you a quick story about Mike Daniels, right? I'm reading, this is me reading articles or whatever, right? So it's a Southwestern had a guy, Ken Bannister, 6'6" at the time. He ain't started playing basketball until his 10th grade year, right? Now, Ken, he played basketball, but he played basketball down Bitlow, right? He played underneath of Mike Daniels. Now, people, I just found out last year that Mike Daniels was coach down Bitlow before he even did the Toss Academy thing. However, boom, Ken Bannister, boom, he started playing basketball. Well, he probably was playing, but he started playing school ball, 10th grade. 11th grade and 12th grade, he made all Metro, right? He goes to a JUCO. JUCO wasn't right. I want to say Trinity or something like that. He ain't like it at all. So boom, he was like, regardless of anything, I'm not going to that JUCO. But boom. He goes to another JUCO. I want to say it's CSI, something like that. I want to say CSI. He go there, average like 19 and 10, something like that, something of the sort. So boom, he completes that. He chose Indiana State. With Indiana State, he did that because Larry Bird was down there. He wanted to be coach underneath for Larry Bird. Coach. All right, bet. Boom. He had a good career down there. Boom. Then he come back home, right? So he come back home. You know, at the college, people don't know. Sometimes you be in limbo. I don't even know the man, but I know how it is after you finish school and you ain't in no type of league. Nothing. You looking like, all right, what's next? You try to play it cool, but you really, what's the fuck is next? So word got back around Coach Mike that he just been around. He been around the town. You know what I'm saying? He playing. You know, word get back, man. It's Baltimore. It's small cities. You know it's gonna come back soon. Come back quick. So that summer, they go to the Rucker. They go play at the Coalition over in DC, right? What they used to call it though over there? What was that coalition called over there at DC? It's gonna come to me. Well, he went to go play over there, and he went to go play in Philadelphia. I want to say the Sunny Hill, but I don't think it's the Sunny Hill. I'm going off of what my friend said. I think the Sunny Hill probably was playing himself. No, we can go ahead and say the Sunny Hill, all right? But all this is limited league.
Was it Barry Farms?
No, it wasn't Barry Farms. This is like 1988, 89, 90, 91, around this time. It's something like that. Well, anyway, he goes and kills at the Rucker and these different playgrounds. While he killed at the Rucker, and this is how different the times is. While he killed at the Rucker, it gets back around to the Knicks president, right? Why this man gets signed, he got signed to the Knicks. I'm postman to get off of here. He got signed to the Knicks, slam after that, like right after that. But by this time now, he's 6'9", and he 230, 240, 250. And not only that, he ended up backing up Patrick Ewing for a little while. But he played. I'm like, oh, Ken Baxter, hold up. I'm gonna show y'all though. I'm gonna show y'all. But my whole point is saying that Coach Mike Daniels, I just thought Coach Mike Daniels, that's just the versatility. Some coaches wouldn't, after you've done playing with them, they done with you. He went all around the Rose Garden, which this school played for that coach, just that the coach. He still came back home and still Coach Mike Daniels helped him get to helped him get to the point where he was at that point in his life, the NBA. He put him in a position to even further his career and to make some money. That's my whole point of the thing. I feel as though things move so fast now. A lot of coaches is not going to connect with the kid unless the kid is that deal, to the point that, oh, I got to keep him up underneath me. Other than that, I think, hey, sometimes parents, guys, you just gonna have to wake up. I don't think that, I really don't think that's really coming back. I wish it would, for the kids that don't make that need that male presence and everything. I wish, you know, but it's hard. It's hard, especially when I'm hearing this. And I don't know who said it, but it's the third time I heard this comment come to me. Tez, I'm telling you, this program is saying they don't recruit from Baltimore because the kids don't want it. The kids don't take it serious. They don't waste their time even looking in Baltimore. I'm like, that's sad because that's a Baltimore team. You know what I mean? But I only can respect it if that's what they see, because they gonna see more than what I see. You get what I mean? They know more right now anyway. So I don't think it's right. I don't agree with it, but shit, if that's what's going on today, I don't know what to say, facts. I really don't. I just feel like, yeah, I feel like we're in a no-win situation, man.
It's very tough, bro. It's very tough.
That's crazy. You got something to say before we get up out of here? I gotta run around a little bit.
I mean, I definitely, I think we as a collective bargaining and just men of leadership, man, we just need to all come together and just put our pride and egos to the side, man, and try to make our city great again. I do say that. I mean, like you say, it's we should be having teams come here to have our own tournaments to, you know, build our like city back up. Man, we need to just get together, man. I think unity will help us go in the right direction if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we lack that a lot because everybody just their own entity right now, you know.
Already. We'll come live for Chaz TV. Until next time, we coming back at y'all on, you want to do it on Monday or Tuesday? I was thinking Tuesday, because Monday people probably still lagging from out the weekend. What you think? Oh, matter of fact, we'll talk about that a little later, but coming live for Chaz TV, we coming back at y'all either Monday or Tuesday. When we lock the time down, I'm gonna let y'all know. Keep supporting, stay up, have a good Friday, be safe. Peace. All right, we off everything, man. Yeah.
Going to the link in the joint, yo.
All right, I'm gonna go in there. Yeah. Can you hear me?
You know how you just spend it off those now, bro?
Yeah. Cause you see, I be like, damn.